Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is your pages and your menus. And it can be quite confusing, the difference between pages and menus, so I'm going to try and break this down as clear and concise as I can to where you're off to a better start than I was, because I really didn't understand what the difference was when I first started. So let's go back to our home page, and this is called a home page because it's an actual page. Now if I were to come in here to sample page, it's going to take me to a completely different page, and I'll give you an example of what that looks like. But for now, you're going to see the two different posts that we've added. Hello World was given to me, and I created test post. And then you're going to see all these widgets over here to the right. But if I scroll up to the top and I click on sample page, you're going to see a few different things. First off, you're going to see that the top half of my site above the fold stayed identical. You can see the title over here, you can see my header image, my search bar, but if I scroll down, you're going to see that it took me to a different page, and that's going to be my dummy sample page that WordPress gave me. Now let's say if I go over to my site, these over here in my navigation bar, my contact is going to be a new page, and my privacy policy is going to be a new page as well. So let's click on contact, and this is our contact information for our site. If I click on privacy policy, this is going to give our privacy policy as well. So let's go back to our dashboard and let's create a new page. Go to add new, and I'm going to go ahead and create a page. Alright, so now that that's created, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit publish. And if I come back to my site and I click on the home page, you're going to see that it added a new page over here, which is going to be contact. So this sample page right here I don't need. My contact page, if I click on that, it's going to take me to my contact. And let's come back into the dashboard and create another page. Alright, so just some random information right here for our privacy policy. Click publish, come back to our site, refresh the page, and there it is. You can see home, contact, privacy policy, and sample page. So what if we want to get rid of the sample page right here? Let's go back to the dashboard, and instead of clicking on add new, let's go ahead and just click on pages or all pages. I'm going to go ahead and click on this page tab right here, and you can see the different pages that we have in here. So let's say if I go to sample page and I hit trash, that's going to trash that one. Then I have contact and privacy policy left over. Come back to my site, refresh the page, and there you go. You got home, contact, privacy policy, just like I have on my blog over here. So what if I want to be able to arrange these in a different way? Or what if I want to create a link to another site? Well, the way that we do that is through menus. So let's come back to the dashboard, and from pages I want you to scroll down until you see appearance. Go over to menus, and the first thing you're going to need to do is create a menu name. And from here, move over to create menu, and now you have a new menu to work with. Now if you come over to primary menu and you leave this unselected, this is not going to override anything. And if I do any of these things down here from custom links, pages, and categories, and I add them over to my menu and I click save, nothing's going to happen. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. If I come over to privacy policy and contact and I just click on contact and I add that to my menu, you're going to see that it's going to pop up here. Now let's say if I want one of the categories to be my menus as well, I click on test category, which is the one that we created, click on add menu, and you're going to see that that popped up here as well. So if I come over and I click save menu, and then I come back to my site and I refresh, you're going to see that my navigation bar stayed the same. And these are going to be the default pages. So if I come right back to where I was at, and I click on my primary menu, and I make that my menu, and I click save, and then I come back to my site and I refresh, you're going to see that my navigation bar has changed. And one of the things that you'll notice is that home disappeared. All I have is contact and I have test category. So I'm going to go right back to my dashboard. I'm going to come back down to my, let's see, we have contact up here already. So let's go ahead and add privacy policy to it, add to menu. Now let's say if I want this to be in alphabetical order, I can always grab privacy policy and move that above test category. And you can also see too that if I move this over, it's going to turn into a subcategory of contact, but I don't want that. Go ahead and leave that there, click on save menu, come right back to my site, refresh the site. There it is, contact, privacy policy, and test category. So test category is going to be my categories, and those are already going to be specified over here on the side. in my widgets, so I don't necessarily want that to be one of my pages on my navigation bar. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to click on Test Category drop-down menu, and I'm going to remove that. Click on Save. Come back to my page, refresh, and that's going to be gone. So the way that people are going to get back to your home page is you can either click on the title of your site, and I'd say that a lot of people don't necessarily know that. So you might want to have a home page over here in your menu. And when we were just doing pages earlier, and we were just adding these pages, you saw that home was already in there. But now that we've added this new menu, there's no home in there because this is going to take over as the primary menu because we selected it over here. So if I want there to be a home in here, I can go ahead and go to Custom Links. Now that that's typed in there, go Add to Menu. You can see that Home is in here. I'm going to move this up to the top. Click on Save Menu. Go back to my site and refresh. There it is. There's my home. So let's say if I come over to Contact. When I click on this Home tab, what I told it to do in the dashboard is to take me to my domain name, and then I just labeled it as home. So when I come back to my site and I click on home, it's going to take me right back to profitablecarsite.com. Now let's say, for instance, if I want to create a page over here in the navigation bar and I want it to link to Virtual Nutrition and Fitness homepage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and do the same thing I did for my home. Go to Custom Links, name that My Other Blog, add that to Menu, go ahead and click Save Menu, come back to my site, refresh, there it is. So if I come to My Other Blog and I click on that, it's going to take me to My Other Blog. So that's how pages and menus work. Go ahead and add a few pages and menus and get that all customized, and that'll get you set up for the next tutorial.